everyone, Steven here from Adolescence, and welcome back to another fragrance review. Thank you so much for watching. And today we'll be taking a look at a fragrance by Hugo Boss, and this fragrance is called Femme. So here's the bottle. This one was released in 2006, and the perfumer for this one has not been publicized. Now, Hugo Boss has worked in collaboration with many perfumers like Annick Minardo, Jean-Marc Cheyenne, but they just did not mention who created this particular fragrance. So this was released in 2006. I do want to make you aware of this because there is another version on the market, so as a consumer, be wary. In 2009, they actually came out with a flanker called Femme L'Eau Fraîche. So if you're looking to purchase this fragrance, make sure it says nothing more than Femme on the box, because the two do smell different from one another. Now, Hugo Boss is a German company. It started off in 1924, and they released their very first fragrance in 1985, which was actually a fragrance for men. So this is one of the more recent ones, but still, it is about 10 years old. So I'm going to let you know what I think of this fragrance. Next up, let's take a look at the presentation. So the box for Femme has the name of the fragrance and the concentration written here in the front, name of the company down here at the bottom, size and concentration. And then at the very bottom you have the UPC code as well as the serial number engraved into it. Nothing going on at the sides, and then on the very back you have the ingredients, nothing going on at the top. And that was pretty much it as far as the box goes. Nice choice of color. Of course, pink is a very iconic feminine color. And then over here on the bottle, really cool shape on the bottle, very unique. I've never seen anything like this. Sometimes though it is hard to put the cap on. Sometimes you have to twist and rotate it, but the cap comes off. Pink juice to match the color of the bottle. You have Hugo Boss engraved into the atomizer, the neck of the atomizer. The distribution is very good. I wish it would have sprayed a little bit more because this is kind of a weak fragrance. We'll get into that later on. And then you have a sticker at the bottom with the serial number, some more information, which should coincide with the ones found on the box. And that was a presentation for Femme by Hugo Boss. So when you first apply this fragrance, what you'll notice is that it has a very dominant note of freesia. Now, freesia is used in many women's perfumes, and freesia is floral with an odor profile that is a little peppery, a little green, but it also has a freshness to it too. Now, there aren't really too many citrus nuances in this composition, maybe citrol or some aroma chemicals that give off a citrusy smell, but when you first apply this perfume, you'll notice that it has a very sparkling and fresh, green, clean, effervescent sort of feel to it. Now, it's not too citrusy like I said, but there is that freshness to it, which is given to it through the use of the note of freesia. And that's something that I really like about this perfume, and I think it increases the versatility by a lot. Now, there are some other floral nuances to it too, jasmine if I remember correctly, which kind of gives it a clean feel to it. But what I like about this fragrance is that instead of making it a soliflor, and instead of paying all of the attention to the note of freesia, they actually do accent it with some woody notes and also some fruity notes. So you have a little bit of blackcurrant or blackcurrant, and then you also have, it was either peach or apricot. And I like how it gives it this traditional fruity quality to it, but at the same time it has this clean feeling to it enveloping the entire composition. Now, as it starts to dry down, it does get a little musky, but it's not like a dirty musky. It's actually more of like a clean musk, which is something that I really like about this fragrance. And overall, I think this is a very playful, youthful, inviting, clean, and contemporary fragrance to be worn by women and men, I suppose, if you like the way that it smells. And I think it's a great fragrance, great all-around fragrance, and for me, it's a dumb reach. So if you're not sure what other fragrance to wear, this one is certainly one worth looking into. I think it smells great, and it has a really nice smell to it. Thank you for watching. Last up, we have the rating. So first up, we have uniqueness and overall smell, and I ended up giving this fragrance a 7 out of 10. Now, this is a great smell. I love the way that this one smells. My fiance has not worn it, but I'm sure that if she does, I would love to smell it on her. It's very clean and youthful, and sometimes even professional, depending on how it's worn and your demeanor. But freesia is a note that has been used in many, many other women's fragrances. There is a synthetic counterpart that is increasingly becoming more and more popular in women's fragrances, so it does take away from the uniqueness a little bit, but I like the fact that they incorporated some other florals to it. It actually smells really nice. Next up, we have longevity. I gave this one a 5 out of 10. Now, this is an eau de parfum concentration, but it really only lasts between 3 and 6 hours. So because of the compositional nature and how volatile the ingredients are, you will need to reapply with this one. So if you can find, you know, if you have a bag big enough and it allows you to carry this, I would recommend bringing it with you, especially if you plan on being out there in the public for many many hours. You will need to reapply with this one. As far as projection goes, also a 5 out of 10. This one only radiates within an arm's length for about an hour, and then it does start to sit closer to the skin, making it a really good close encounter fragrance. But you know, this one isn't very pungent or potent, and it's not a type of scent that's going to be cloying to somebody. So with a fragrance like this, I would have actually preferred if it projected a little bit better. As far as versatility goes, I gave this one a 6 out of 10. Now I do think because of the florals that are incorporated into this composition, it would work better on a woman rather than a man, but of course that's just a recommendation. Wear what you like. As far as social scenarios go, this is a great casual scent. This would also probably work better on a night out. I would reach for something that's a little bit sweeter if you really want to draw in, you know, the guys or the girls, depending on your preference. And as far as, you know, like a high-end scenario, I think this would work really well too, because there's never a bad time to smell fresh and clean. As far as seasons go, this would definitely work better in the hotter weather. Put this away in the fall and winter, come back to it, you know, when it starts to get a little bit warmer out. And I think in terms of age range, this would work really well from a teenager up to somebody perhaps in their 20s and 30s. However, if you're a little bit older and you want to feel youthful, you can wear this too. And then lastly, we have presentation. I think it is a pretty cool bottle. I told you what I think about that. I ended up giving this one a 7 out of 10 for presentation. And overall, I'm going to give Femme by Hugo Boss a 6 out of 10. Now, I think this is a really nice scent. I think they really did it very well with the use of the note of freesia, and I like how they didn't just throw freesia in there and let that be an end-all be-all, and that they actually accented the composition with some other really cool notes. I think it's a great fragrance to wear when you don't know what else to wear. Really versatile, smells great, smells clean. So there you have it. That was my review on Femme by Hugo Boss. If you own or have tried this fragrance, please let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Also, please don't forget to rate and subscribe for future videos and frequent giveaways. So again, thank you very much for watching. This has been Steven with another fragrance review from Adolescence, and I'll see you soon.